Well, we've finally reached that peak point in the baby food shortage crisis where it is exclusively a political issue. Nobody really cares about the babies getting the formula that they need anymore. It's just about pointing fingers at each other. The fact of the matter is, the baby food shortage isn't anything new. It's being exacerbated by several other issues. But for the past year or so, it's always been kind of difficult to get a hold of certain brands. It can be frustrating to find them at the same store. You might have to shop around. Now it's reached a critical level, mostly because of supply chain issues and unprecedented times. The FDA shutting down one of the largest factories, and Joe Biden being an absolute moron and leaving millions in product sitting at the southern border to feed people that cross into this country illegally before the babies of this country who are here legally, so they starve, apparently. And Hollywood's got something to say about it. Of course, they're just fishing for attention, as they usually are. I prefer a more actual, normal way of fishing, like actual fish. Check this out. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Fishing Clash. Look, I've been absolutely loving Fishing Clash, as weather's not always perfect outside. I do enjoy fishing at all times of the night. Fishing Clash has one of the most realistic graphics you've ever seen in mobile games. Travel around the world and fish in different locations, explore amazing fishing spots, and enjoy chilling atmosphere from home. You can upgrade your skills for even more advanced fishing. You can take part in weekly competitions and events to develop your fishing skills. You create your own clan, play with friends and family, and compete with other players. You can support the channel by downloading the game via my link in the description or the QR code on the screen. Promo code is The Quartering. You can use my gift code The Quartering to get special rewards available for new players. With my gift code, you'll get a 3-star rod, 1 mythical lure, dolphin fish, 50 luck power-ups, 30 weight power-ups to help you catch bigger fish, and all of this is a total value of $20. To redeem your gift code, follow the 3 simple steps on the screen available for new players. Come on, join me down at the fishing hole. Check out Fishing Clash via my link in the description or pinned comment below. Now, there's obviously a lot of issues with the baby formula stuff. Last week, stores stocked about 43% less baby formula than usual. It gets really scary, quote, Carrie Fleming, who lives near Birmingham, Alabama, told The Times her 3-month-old daughter, Lennox, can tolerate only one brand of formula. And Fleming could not find it anywhere near her. She finally located 4 small cans in New York for $245. Boy, what a scumbag job that, scalping baby formula. Look, the baby formula conversation is complex. I believe there are way more babies on baby formula than need to be. As was perfectly marketed by Nestle way back in the day, convinced everybody they needed to put their babies on formula. However, there are also many mothers who who cannot produce for their child for a variety of reasons, and need formula, or makes life obviously much more tolerable. There are also fortifications inside particular baby formulas that may benefit your child. So like the mom producing the food herself, is the way we've done it forever, but that doesn't mean it's the only way. So there are a lot of people out there that say, well, just feed them yourself. Well, maybe your baby has an allergy, or maybe you can't. I know several women who it didn't work for them. Like the baby didn't latch on, and there were some of these very weird issues, not weird, but a variety of issues that led to it. So it is a complex one, and most mothers now use formula, at least here in the United States. From anecdotally, I'll say that. For many families, baby formula is a necessity. Some babies cannot drink human produced or enough of it to stay healthy, while many lower income mothers work hourly jobs that do not provide time to feed the babies themselves. As my colleagues Amanda Morris, who has been reporting on the shortage, says, most of the parents I spoke to around the country who were feeling the impact the hardest were the ones that either had limited resources or time, or whose babies had allergies or disabilities that severely limited their choices. FDA officials say that they are trying to alleviate the crisis. Some members of Congress, including Representative Rosa DeLauro, Connecticut Democrat, and Senator Mitt Romney, a Utah Republican, said the federal government needs to do more. Well, what can they do? I mean, they wanted to send $40 billion to Ukraine and let our babies starve. You know, the southern border's got just warehouses full of baby formula. But U.S. citizens can't have that. Baby formula business is something in common with many other U.S. industries. It's highly concentrated. 3 companies, Abbott, Gerber, and Reckitt, make nearly all of the formula Americans use. Abbott is the largest of 3, with roughly 40% of the market. Over the past few decades, the kind of corporate concentration has become more common in the United States, and it tends to be very good for companies. They face less competition, allowing them to keep prices higher, wages lower, blah, 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 blah. All right. We also know that there's a factory that's been closed down by the FDA, and they're begging the FDA to allow them to be reopened, and that still hasn't been done. Also, we now have people using bots to buy baby formula online. And the situation is dire, life or death for many kids. I talked to 3 moms who can't find formula to feed their children. But, you know, Hollywood's got the answer. Hollywood has the answer for you. Try doing it yourself. It's free, Bette Midler, annihilated for snarky tweet amid baby formula shortage. Fans were shocked and horrified by the singer's tweet on the subject, which said, "Try doing it yourself. It's free and available on demand." Midler, who was responding to an MSNBC's host's report that 3 American companies control over 90% of the formula market and that there are intense regulations to prohibit formulas from foreign countries. The 76-year-old singer was slammed from both her supporters and critics, with almost everyone pointing out how ignorant the tweet made her sound. Both conservatives and liberals agreed that Midler's take was incorrect. Imagine having a large LGBTQ fan base, many of whom are raising kids in a 2-dad household, and thinking this was a good suggestion, Tim Carville, producer of Last Week Tonight, said. Another follower, who's equally annoyed, said, "No, please, we all love you, but delete this. There are so many reasons a woman cannot or chooses not to do this. This sentiment is not helping the mothers trying to keep their babies from starving right now." Some of Midler's more optimistic fans mused that perhaps her account was hacked or that the post was written sarcastically. Queen Bet is joking, I'm sure of it, but she wasn't. In a follow-up tweet, Midler doubled down on her previous statement, insinuating that some women chose formula because they believe it was superior to what the female body makes. People are piling on because of the previous tweet. No shame if you can't, but if you can and are somehow convinced that your own milk isn't as good as scientifically researched product, that's something else again. The monopoly is news to me, though no lie. Hashtag wet nurses, apparently. Look, I think that, the human body is, a woman's body produces this for a reason. And it's hard to imagine that formula would be, quote unquote, better for most. But it is for some. And some mothers can't, it just doesn't work out for them. So, now we have John Legend, too, another guy who's worth $100 million, mocking Americans angry that illegals reportedly get baby formula first. Texas Republican, Troy Niels took note of a report that stated that the Biden administration had reportedly shipped pallets of baby formula to migrant holding facilities. He commented, "Baby formula should go to Americans before illegals. That shouldn't have to be said." John Legend taunted, "These are pro-life folks." Legend's mockery triggered harsh criticism on social media. Radio host Joe Pegarulo said, "Yes, John, baby formula in America should go to American families before the families of those who are breaking the law to come here. Why is this controversial? When's the last time you said something in support of our country?" Never has. Got rich from it, though. Attorney Kurt Schlichter said, "Yes, I prefer Americans to foreigners. You have accurately assessed my preference." I wouldn't agree with that. I like all people the same, but I think obviously, when you have starving babies in your own country, it's the same optics as bro, we have a massive homeless issue. We have a huge issue with pills flooding over our southern border. But we're going to send $40 billion to Ukraine when you couldn't put together a wall for $5 billion under Trump. I mean, it's like optically, it's absolutely insane. And you know that money's just going to corrupt politicians anyway. Florida GOP Kat Kamik stated on Facebook that she didn't blame the immigrant children for having the formula, but Biden administration was implementing its America's Last agenda. I agree with that. The babies didn't choose to be there. I don't know about you, but if I'm a mother anywhere, anytime in America, and I go to my local Walmart, Target, or Publix, or Safeway, or Kroger, or wherever it may be that you shop, and you're seeing bare shelves, and you are seeing signs that you aren't able to get baby formula, she continued, and that you see the American government is sending thousands and thousands of containers of baby formula to the border, that would make my blood boil. In 2018, John Legend altered the lyrics of the perennial Christmas favorite, Baby It's Cold Outside, in the version he recorded with Kelly Clarkson, seemingly championing with it's your body, your choice. Okay. Maybe just stop listening to Hollywood weirdos. These people are in a sick cult. They're all messed in the head. They always are. And you know, every time they open their mouths, they remind you that. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.